Talk Shop. I'm Jared, and I'm here with Greg.
Hi,
And
everybody.
tonight we are just going to be bullshitting pretty much because I didn't do nothing. I
Tonight,
was
dude,
on vacation last week, though.
I was going to say, tonight, I'd like to hear about your trip and the organization you went up there with. I think
There's
that'd
a
be a good thing.
little sign over there. You see it, our
Yeah.
little Scully sign. Dude, Colorado's absolutely gorgeous. We got up there, and one of my brothers is from 23-1. His wife is the national treasurer, I think it is. And anyways, so she was up there for national, and so he was there all week with us, and we were hanging out. And I got to see my platoon sergeant I haven't seen in 20 years, dude. That was a pretty cool thing because pretty emotional too because this is the guy you went to Iraq with. You haven't seen since you went to combat and shit, and he brought me back twice. This is a guy that was a soldier, a leader, a man, a mentor. You look at him in every way because he's the one that's going to bring your ass home. But our brothers were awesome. There was probably like 5,800 of us. You can go on Twitter and just type in CVMA, Combat Veterans Motorcycle Association, and man, there's a ton of them on there now. Of our rides that these guys went on, and the convention, and when all everybody got the meetings and stuff like that, it was crazy. But we had a we had a lot of fun. Got a lot of memorabilia. Garden of the Gods in Colorado Springs was absolutely gorgeous. Dude, they got some badass restaurants up there too. Like
Mhm.
we tried to find the local stuff. One was called actually the Local Table, and it just kind of opened, and it was delicious. And then my favorite was Colonel Mustard's Sandwich Shop. If you ain't never ate a Colonel Mustard sandwich shop, you ain't ate a real sandwich, man. They got like a little patio out there. You go out and you get your drink and your sandwich, and they're fairly good priced. That's more closer to the local end of town than it is the tourist end of town of Colorado Springs, and they're regularly priced.
Kind of like great outdoors.
Hmm,
Kind of like great outdoors here at home.
I guess I don't know. I've never been.
I took you to great outdoors.
Did you?
Yeah, the sandwich shop over there on
Oh
Greenbrier.
yeah, it's kind of like that. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I remember that. That was a pretty good ass sandwich shop. But yeah, we went out there, and they've got a mustard ice cream.
Hmm.
How'd that go again, Greg? Weren't you in the Navy?
My
Uh,
cup sprung a leak. Sorry.
my cup didn't spring a leak.
Well, I went to Bahama Bucks on the way home, so
I went to Walmart and got me some Crystal Light.
I got some ice cream stuff I didn't need, but it's delicious.
Dude, I
Um,
ate so many snacks last night. I felt so horrible this morning. I woke up. I was like, I haven't ate like that in a long time. I don't know if it's some of this weed I smoke or
so
what the hell it is, but damn, it
so
sucks.
So for people who don't know, who you know watch us, and more people watch us, um, not everybody that's a veteran maybe don't know what that patch is. Doesn't know
It's
what CVMA is. Why don't you tell us about what they are, what they do, and s- go from there?
CVMA basically is Combat Veterans Motorcycle Association. There's basically three different tiers of it. There's the combat veterans themselves, which when you see the patch, it'll say Combat Vet Association. Then you have your auxiliary, just like you do at a VFW, Legion, or whatever else, which is mostly the wives, um, or family, or whatever qualifies. And then we have what we call our supporters, which is what you would be.
Right.
So you would still be basically a member. I mean, like in our chapter, support members have the same vote as everybody else. So you would have it. You're still a veteran, but you're not a combat veteran, but you support
Right.
combat veterans. So
Right.
it was one of those things that we had so many veterans coming in that weren't combat, and in order for us to keep the organization going when there is not a damn war, more. There's going to be more support patches, but right now there's a lot of combat vets out there.
Hmm.
There's I think they said we're on number 30 something thousand. We actually had a group. Every state has a number, and we had a guy there from number 52, which there's only 50 states if you think. So 52 was our European uh, branch chapter, and he was over there doing some work. I don't know what the hell he does, but he said he was up in Europe, Great Britain, or something, UK. But they have a one out of Germany. Actually, I think they have a couple out of Europe, a couple out of Asia. I know we just talked about something about a Puerto Rican chapter and another chapter. I don't remember, but we do have a Hawaii chapter. Alaska was there, which is really crazy. It's kind of weird, and the way the bylaws are and everything. But once you get in and you figure it out, then you'll be like, so they have to do ride to nationals to get their life member patch, but we will never have a nationals in Alaska. So how will they have to do it when because they're considered overseas? So I don't know. It's crazy. I guess people in Hawaii are gonna ride to nationals. I guess around on an island for 900
Well,
miles.
if you held nationals in Miami, no, in L.A., if you held nationals in L.A., then the people from Hawaii could ride over on their jet skis. There you go. It's still a bike, right? It's just a water bike.
Kind of, yeah. I mean, that sounds fun. But I don't know. I don't know if I want to ride that far with all them tunas and sharks and all them things that got
I mean,
teethuses under
what
the water.
it's only like what 1,500 miles or something on the water.
Uh, well, it'd be like going to California from Texas, I guess, because that's
Yeah.
about 1,200 miles. The ride was intense, though. We had a couple guys that got chased in by tornadoes, and then we had a couple of guys that got stranded on Pikes Peak when it had a flash storm and it froze. So it froze
Hmm.
the roads and everything. Like it was so cold. And then this morning, guys from Colorado were posting the weather. Like, thank God y'all went home today. It's Monday and there's a damn blizzard. And he sent us a video of a blizzard. He was like, "This is the weirdest weather in the world." He's like, "We've never had weather like this until we decided to have nationals here." I was like, "Yeah, that's pretty much the way it goes." You know, if you're planning on something for that day, it's either going to rain, sleet, snow, tornado, something. But you can't really plan weather
Well, what you need to do
unless
then,
you're.
what you need to do on Friday is go stand outside next to a big thermometer when it's 101 outside and send him a picture. Hey, we're having our own kind of blizzard.
But yeah, man, it never got above 75 degrees. It was absolutely gorgeous. I was
That-
like, hell, I was in a sweatsuit. I ain't never wore no damn sweatsuit in my life. It was like a big ass gray marshmallow walking up and down the stairs to smoke. But they got a lot of good recreational products out there. Just saying. But
hey,
no, they got really beautiful terrain. On the way back, we came through New Mexico. We saw antelope and stuff hanging out in the fields, and then unfortunately, I got sick from I don't know what. I don't know why I got sick. And then so once I felt better, then I took like a 3 hour nap, and I was just horrible. Something was wrong with my stomach. But I heard they said that elevation change can do shit like that
yeah,
too.
going up and coming back down in a short amount of time can mess with your system, make you feel sick.
Yeah, but I don't know. I've never done it. I know our car had issues, and we were worried about our car because we got that damn turbo, and that thing spooling it. Man, you got to keep that thing around 3,500 to 4,500 RPMs
I
because
meant
it
to tell you about that.
that power. And then GM was like, "Yeah, you come get us. We'll be like 2,000 to fix it." And then I was like, "Okay." But when I get home, he's like, "Yeah, you got to take it back to GM for another 2 grand." He
Dude,
didn't beg.
if you just hook your OBD reader to it, you can turn them codes off and it'll reset that thing. Because mine did that when I had it.
Oh
Just go
no,
on
no, no, no,
darkest
no.
off.
Mine's done. It came back off when I came
Yeah,
down the hill, down the
yeah.
mountain. I think we were damn near in Amarillo when it went off though. We got gas and it went off. I think all the pressures and everything finally got normalized for it, but
Yep.
it was crazy. Got a bunch of new equipment. Got me a new sign back there, man. The organization is great. It actually started back in 2001 as a scam because beforehand these guys, what it was Combat Vets Motorcycle Club USA, and it was a three-piece patch like a regular like a regular motorcycle club. Well, these guys found out they were getting scammed, and they all got together. And then the MCs found out what this guy was doing, and the guy was from Alabama somewhere, and they were like, "You need to stop before we come and get you." And he wasn't stopping. These guys were they were giving him money
Mhm.
to be members, and he would mail them these patches, but that's it. And he
Yeah.
never had like the same person, making the patches or whatever. So they were always different and shit like that. But anyway, so the original 45 got together. There was 45 of them that got together, and they decided to keep it an association. So they went in and turned it into an association, and they were trying to get with the VFW. Well, the VFW at first it said combat vets, and then it had the VFW Iron Cross of Merit or whatever it is. And so the VFW is like, you know what? Y'all are big burly bikers. Y'all are sloppy, because you have the extreme biker and then you have the businessman. So, I mean, we had everything in between in that CVMA. I mean, it was awesome, dude. You see people that are probably billionaires or millionaires in their regular life come in, normal folks, man. Everybody just has a great time. You can see the poorest of the poor, Asian, white, black, green, purple, orange. We all fought together. We were all brothers. We were all sisters. We had a blast. Everybody had a good time. I don't think we had but one accident that I know of. And that was on Pikes Peak. And I think he said he was pulling off and his knee gave out and the bike went down. So it wasn't even a wreck. It was just,
Hmm.
you know,
It was just a drop.
It was just basically like a drop. They said he slid off the road or something like that. Was going off the road and it slid or something. I don't know. But anyways, it was still at least he got everybody was safe. He didn't slide off the hill and take like 15 other bikes with him and down the cliff he went. No. I know that's a big deal on Pikes Peak, and I know that's a big deal on Tail of the Dragon, and what's the other one? There's another one that has a lot of cliffs that they ride, and man, them dudes slide awful. And if you slide off, only thing getting you out is a helicopter with the little scoopy thing. And they just gonna go down there to pick up your bike and your remains. Bike just for insurance purposes. They gonna try to scrap something. But no, it was a blast, dude. We did have a good time. Me and the wife spent a lot of good time together. Got to eat some badass food. You know, we
Were there any problems finding a hotel up there during that?
well, we book ours early, so the host hotel is always like a Hilton or something like that, and it was so expensive. I mean, like the hotel was like 4 grand before the discount. I'm like, and then the discount they said was like around 2 grand after the discount. I'm like, yeah, no, no, not for a week. No,
I think if you check on that, just for anybody's shits and giggles, they can look it up. I believe as a disabled veteran, you get automatic like you can automatically enroll in the Hilton Diamond Club. So every time you stay, you get points. That's what my son does. He's got so many points now. He's trying to give them away because he can't use them all. And he told my wife and I for our anniversary next year, just pick a Hilton. I'll pay for a week.
okay,
So
but I mean Yeah, it was ridiculous. We paid $625, so we didn't do bad.
Yeah.
It's not $100 a night.
Yeah, that ain't bad.
So I mean, we did really good on that. We like it where it has the continental breakfast included
Yeah.
because that way, like especially in the mornings with me, we didn't know what the meetings and everything was going to be, so we can go downstairs and eat, and then go back upstairs, and then I could take the car because we didn't have the bike, of course, because I was not gonna ride in that long on that little ass seat. And Mel would have died. We had nowhere for our luggage. The bike's just not set up for it, and that's what I was telling you. I was getting frustrated. I'm really getting frustrated with this bike situation. I found the bike I wanted, and they wouldn't finance it. So, but they would finance a bike 2 years newer, more
They
miles
call hmm
and more cost.
Yep.
They wanted me to pay like 700 a month. I was like, yeah,
That's the game. That's the
I'm not
game they
even
play
going to
with
pay
all
near
used
what I pay
vehicles.
for mortgage. So we're not even going there. You can kiss my ass.
Yeah,
If I
that's the
pay
game they play
700
with.
a month, it better be a brand new
Yeah.
street electric glide Vote, and it better have automatic fucking driving for you. Okay, it better make sure that if you try to get in a wreck, it sets out training wheels or something and stops you. It no, that
Yeah.
motherfucker better be the best top of the line, and I don't
Well,
know.
that's the game they play with all used vehicles. Though you go to look at a used car, and you're like, "Hey, man, I just need like a get there car. Like I want to finance that $5,000 car right there. Oh, well, we can't get you finance on that, but we can finance you on this $27,000 car.
Well, I don't understand it because I mean, when you come back and I said I wanted the bike, and they come back and they said, well, we got a list of lenders, and then I go to this place and they're like, well, we don't have any lenders that'll take you. I'm like, but he had three, but he didn't have the bike I wanted. Okay, no, because I did ride one and I liked it, but I didn't fall in love with it. This one, dude, I just didn't want to get off of it. I've never been on a bike that I just did not want to get off and just keep riding, and I loved it. And it's just kind of fucking frustrating that you find something that you like, but maybe it's a blessing in disguise. I need to go out and look at something else and check, and I might find something else I want.
Yeah,
Yeah, well, I might just trade my bike in for a goddamn brand new bass boat.
I don't see that happening.
I don't either. I don't fish that damn much. I like to fish, but I ain't trying to get out in that heat like that anymore. I can't.
Oh,
It was a great time. We got back and just been hanging out since, and it's been a nice week just away from the house and just to get away. Me and the wife. We got CVMA State coming up October 5th through the 8th. We're going to be down there by Fort Cavazos, which is previously Fort Hood. It's going to be a good time. I think my wife's going to like State more because she's going to start getting to know more people there. That's local. I really want to do region, but I can't do region. I think we're going to California during that time,
hmm.
but that's all right. Not a big deal. I mean, I think our region is like Louisiana, Arkansas, Oklahoma, and something else. I don't know.
So, tell us about some of the activities that your spouse could get involved in with the organization,
What can she get involved in?
or did she get involved in it while y'all were
Yeah, you can get involved in all kinds of stuff with us. Shit, she gets patched just like I do. She'll be an auxiliary. I'll be a CVMA, and then we'll go ahead and go from there. And then so you got to do a finish the mission ride, and I have to find it. It's on the national website. Finish the mission ride is you got to ride to and from nationals over 1,000 each way, miles each way, I think it is, or something like that. And then there's another like Iron Butt challenge and a couple other challenges and stuff you can do to get your patches, and just mostly riding time and events. And and auxiliary has their own stuff they do too. Like auxiliary had a while we were there, it was really cool. They had a bear run, so you got all these bike crews coming out, and it's husband wife teams or just husband and a woman team or whatever. Because my buddy didn't take his bike, so his wife just jumped on with another guy and one of our brothers and rode with him. So they went out with the bears and gave the bears out to the kids and stuff like that at different like casas or different what are they called?
Orphanages.
It's not just orphanages, but we also do the aid and support. The what the hell is it called? CPS stuff when they
Oh,
out of the houses and stuff like that.
yeah.
That shit. So uh, they do a lot of that. And they do a lot of children's organizations and charities and stuff. But bikers are always known to do, hell, even the Banditos has a run for top. A lot of 1% clubs has a lot of different runs also for kids. So it's just one of those things that kids are golden for bikers. We all got kids. We all love kids and everything else. So we do have a couple bad apples here and there, but that's every organization. You know. Then
Yeah.
you got the political stance of it, and I'm not a big politician. I like to ride. I like to enjoy the activities and hang out with the guys and the brothers and sisters. And I did not get to go to the golf tournament this year. I don't remember why. I think we had something going on. I think that was the day that we did the Father's Day for my son or something like that. And last week before we left, we did our Father's Day down there because I'm going to Dad's house on that Father's Day. So, or Dad's funeral on Father's Day grave. So, anyways, it's just been a great trip, long trip. Glad to be back, but it's good to go see these people. It's amazing. Like all these motorcycles just come in, and it's Harleys, Victories, Pan American Touring Sports, shit tons of road glides. Like most of them are road glide mafia. Lots of electric glides, lots of street glides, tons of good looking motorcycles. I've got one that there was a guy out. He was a Marine, and he has this custom leather wrap with gator on the tank and stuff, and then he's got a set of wings on it. And I was like, dude, that's crazy. It was crazy. It was awesome. It kind of reminded me of like Horny Mike or something off of Counts Customs. You know how he does all the crazy stuff, and yeah, this guy was too. He was pretty badass. Like he said I was gonna do the saddlebags, the bottom part. He's like, but do you know how damn long this takes? I was like, no, no, I agree. He was like, it's just finally getting to him. But yeah, there's a lot of good things out there. Uh, got to see a new 1% club I've never seen, Sons of Menace. They were at our bike night. Um, they were at the bike night at Pikes Peak Harley Davidson. But yeah, it was pretty interesting week. We had some guys out there that wouldn't even think that sometimes you would see, and then you got some of them guys that they were getting around on canes, dude. And I'm like, why? But they go climb their ass right up on a trike and ride out. I'm like, good lord, aren't you supposed to be like medically retired from the CVMA? Like, but you can actually once you get your life member patch and everything. If you have a medical condition, they will medically retire you, which just basically means you get to keep your vest and do. You're basically still doing the same thing. You're just not on a bike because our organization knows it's a lot of older vets.
Mhm.
And as you get older, you deteriorate. So we do have a lot of damn trikes up there, which I think is pretty cool. And man, trikes are expensive,
Mhm.
dude. I can't find a 8. I found an 18 for $30,000 still. I'm like, dude, that thing's like 5 years old and it's still 30 grand.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, Jesus Christ, it was 30 grand brand new. It's 30 grand now.
Mm-hmm.
But they held their value pretty well then. I was like, damn, maybe I need to buy one. They holding that value real well. But once I find the bike I absolutely love, I'll buy it. I'll get on it. But yeah, it was. I'm really looking for a brighter red than what they're coming out with now. They're coming out with those dark maroon reds or the metallic dark reds, and I don't like it. Give me a bright ass fire engine red. That's what I want.
I'm sure you'll find one.
I'll find something. I mean, hell, there's some over here in Arizona for like this is a 2015 6,000 miles, 6,500 miles for 15 grand, and it's an ultra classic low. But I cannot see if it has the navigation because 15 was a weird year because some of the classic lows have the navigation and some don't. So the limited lows on 15 all had navigation. So I'm trying to make sure it has the navigation because that's what reason I want a 15 or newer. But anyways, brother. Anyways, we've been on 30 minutes. I
All right.
I've got food coming in. That's the reason I'm fixing to get off early because I'm hungry. We did to just do this. I will be on next week. And we'll figure everything out from there. I'll call y'all later and see what's going on.
All right, man.
All right, brother. Y'all have a good one.
You too.